Hey everyone, Katrina Sawa here. I know, 2 videos in one day, right? So today, this video, I want to talk to you about becoming an author in my compilation book or other compilation books, and why it's important to do that multiple times, perhaps. As you can see behind me, I have now 18 books, okay? But most of them are compilations where I wrote just one chapter in. My own compilations, which are over here, the 4 Jumpstart Your blank books. That's what I want to talk to you about today. I do one every year. We've published over 60 authors now in those books who've gotten lots of exposure because they've been in those books. It's a practical, tactical tool also for you to use in your marketing. It's a very inexpensive tool, frankly, to give, to get people to kind of get to know you better when they read your chapter. And we use it as a marketing tool because the way that I show you how to write your chapter makes people want more of what you've got. And it leads them to then a page on your website where you're going to give them more of what you got and get them as a lead in your funnel. And so I show you how to do all of that in the coaching calls that we do with our authors every year, and how to do the web pages. Even if you're not techie, don't worry. There's always a way, okay? But the point is, like, getting to be an author, it really elevates your confidence, first of all, that you know what you're doing, that you're an expert in your subject matter. And also it can get you paid speaking gigs and free speaking gigs. It can get you new clients. It can get you publicity on your local TV station because you're an author. I've been there many times with many books on TV locally, and that's free, right? Free marketing. There's a lot of different things that come from being an author, especially when you show up on your Zoom room in a call and you're like, oh, well, and if anybody wants to buy my book, then here it is, right? And you promote it. You have to share it, of course. But a lot of times I would rather give my book away than sell it, because when somebody actually reads my books, regardless of what ones they are, or if it's just a chapter, they get to know me, like me, and trust me better, right? So I find ideal prospects from people who read my book. So I'm telling you, I never wanted to write a book when I started my business. 20 years ago, I was like, why would I sell a $20 thing when I could sell a $200 thing, a $2,000 thing, or a $20,000 thing? But I soon learned that I can leverage the power of a book, even if I just wrote a chapter in one, into all these other areas: publicity, getting clients, speaking, networking, just more credibility in general, making you look more like the expert when you have that book. I'm telling you, and it's faster. It's faster to write a chapter in a compilation book. It's less expensive when you try to publish your own book. There's a lot more expenses, right? So there is an investment when you're in a compilation book, because we still have the expenses, right? And you get X number of books with the compilation book as well. I give 35 copies of the books to my clients that are in my compilation series. So I have 4 of these now. We're going on the 5th year, and every year they've gone international bestseller. I can't imagine they wouldn't again this year. So at the end of the year, you're going to have a book. You're going to have something to give away or sell. You're going to have the opportunity to buy more at a very low price as well, so you can always have stock on hand. You're going to have another marketing tool. You're going to have some more credibility. I'm going to, we'll talk about how to get more speaking gigs and how to leverage the book and the marketing and all that. You're going to have just more confidence. You're going to have something else to sell and offer, especially from a speaking gig, something an easy yes, right? So it's a win-win, really. And don't worry if you don't know what to write about or what to say. I coach you along the way to make sure we pull out the right content that gets people to know, like, and trust you as easily as possible in that chapter, and show them what to do after with what the call to action is. I mean, that's what I do, right? I'm all about business and marketing and making money. And why do you think I do these books? Because the authors can be so successful. And I've published over 100 authors now in various different ways. Let me just put the link up here if you're interested in sharing your story, getting more clients in the Jumpstart Your Blank series that we're doing this year, then the 5th book. Go to become a jumpstartauthor.com. Become a jumpstartauthor.com, and you'll get all the details. You can fill out the information without having to pay yet, and at least like we could have a conversation if you're interested. But I'm looking to fill the author spots right now. That's why it says call for authors, because we have about 10 spots that I want to fill before mid-April. So don't wait around. This is your chance to get published today by someone who knows what they're doing and is very marketing oriented. So the goal is to get you business from this. Okay. Other books, the people who are compiling them aren't quite as marketing oriented as me, right? And so you might have a nice book, but it still might not do a lot to build your business. Not to, there's a lot of different compilation books out there. And I have a lot of friends that I can refer you to. So if this book is not the one for you, then I'll find one that is, if you really want to be a compiling author this year and get some free PR for your business, right? All right, so go to become a jumpstartauthor.com for information. We can have a call, just an info call to see if it's a right fit and what your story would be and all that. That's no problem. But honestly, I mean, I am so glad that I started writing chapters in books. I was a part of 3 compilation books before I wrote my own full book, because I was still in the roller coaster of cash flow. And when you don't have really consistent, good income coming in, I don't usually recommend you write your own full book at that time, right? You should be focused on getting clients, because writing your own book is a lot of energy and a lot of time, and you'll be putting off the revenue generating activities to build the business. So I recommend you do that first, but you can do a compilation book easily when you're still trying to build your business and it's less expensive, right? And then once you're more consistent with your revenue is when I recommend you maybe look at writing your own full book. And there's differing opinions out there, but I'm a practical, tactical girl who wants you to build the most smooth running, money-making business possible, and doing things in order of importance for doing that. So this is a great thing that can bring you business. And if you're interested, let me know. Like I said, we only have about 10, 12 spots max for this next book. So you need to show some interest quickly. So if you're interested, put a comment, yes, or interested in below wherever you're seeing this. And please reach out with a private message though, because I may not see all the notifications, and you just have to take action, right? Now, if you are ready to do your own book, then you can go to my website for publishing. It's jumpstartpublishing.net. If you're watching this and you say, yeah, I've been there, done that with a couple compilations, Katrina, but it's time to write my own book, then go to jumpstartpublishing.net. You'll see some different ways on how we work with that. We're very much like a order what you need kind of a setup for services. So I don't just have one big, huge price on how to do your book. I love to just negotiate like what it is you need and give you the most detailed service of what it is you need. Not everybody needs book coaching. Some people are good writing and they just need to know the publishing end or don't want to do it themselves. So happy to help you with your full book as well, but it's time you become an author or multiple author. And I can't even tell you how many comments I get when I show up to a Zoom call and they're like, "Are those all your books?" Right? So the more books, the better. It gets addicting, you guys. You just want to keep doing more, especially if it doesn't require a lot of your time or effort to do so. So that's what I have to share. Hopefully this motivates you to do this sooner than later. And I'm a great person to talk to about it. I also have some free trainings where I talk about, all the different things you need to know about publishing a book. If you want to go check out the free trainings, it's on the publishing site as well, jumpstartpublishing.net. There's a free training right on top. You can just click and watch the training and learn more about publishing in general if this is kind of new to you. All right. So I look forward to talking with you soon, and have a great day, everyone.